So this morning I was playing the song. And even in the midst, I'm getting the picture, Lord. Even in the midst of things not going the way you want it to go. How many of you, your morning went the way you wanted it to go? Your morning went the way you wanted to go. Okay, that's awesome. I'm not saying I'm jealous because that'd be a sin. I'd have to repent for it. We got a lot of work to do today, but there's the deal. I don't know too many people. Y'all are like, ah. In our household, the morning rarely, I will say rarely, goes the way we want it to go. Now, it may turn out the way God wanted it to go, but it doesn't always turn out the way we wanted it to go. Because a lot of times we didn't start out with, this one thing I desire, Lord, is to seek after you. The one thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. That's not after eternity. This is his here and now. Is the one thing that we desire, to dwell in the house of the Lord at every given moment of our life. When it's going well, when it's going bad, when we're in the midst of 150,000 people or we're in the midst of one. And all the things that are going on is the one thing that I desire, to dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord and to inquire in his temple, to inquire in praise and worship. For in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion. See, King David knew, if I can search out the Lord, now I'm jumping to another verse in the New Testament, seek the Lord while he can be found. I'm not going to go into what that could mean. Whether or not our head's not in it to where we can't find him for that moment and we're not looking for him, or the world is such a crazy state that, we just can't get there. But King David knew, if I put my priority, wasn't on the king, it wasn't on as being king. It wasn't on being a shepherd. It wasn't on his career. It wasn't on his family. It wasn't on the church. It wasn't on anything else except dwelling in the house of the Lord, in his heart, and living in his presence. He knew that if he could make that his one thing, if that was his priority, if that's what he sought after and searched, to dwell in the house, Lord, all his days, he knew, because the next verses told us, everything else falls into place. For in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. And now shall my head be lifted up above mine enemies round about. Therefore will I offer in his tabernacle sacrifices of joy, and I will sing, yea, I will sing praises unto the Lord. Because his focus was on God and not his circumstances. His focus, I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of times my focus is split between, about a half a dozen, 3 dozen different things at any given moment. King David was king. He was still a shepherd at heart. He was a warrior. He was leader. King David was sitting there. He had all these different options he could think through it. He goes, no. He goes, my one thing that I desire, that I dwell in the house of the Lord all my days.